everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Ask Natalie. This week the letter I got was from a woman who signed her name waiting for menopause to kick in. So I thought, oh, this is gonna be good. Her letter reads, "Hi Natalie, I was wondering if you or anyone you know has ever tried the Diva Cup. I hate feeling uncomfortable when I'm mountain biking, and camping can sometimes be a nightmare, especially when it's that heavy flow time. So any tips about the Diva Cup or suggestions on how to deal with this? And please don't tell me to stay at home for a week." Okay, so first of all, no, don't stay home for a week. That's bonkers. And also don't wait for menopause to kick in. That's also bananas, especially because first of all, none of us want to be stuck at home for 40 years. And if you were that woman that was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for menopause. I'm just gonna sit here at home at my kitchen table waiting for menopause. With your luck, you would be one of those magical unicorn women who went into menopause at like 300 years old. So please get out there, explore. Do not be hampered by your period. Periods are wonderful. Okay, I'm just kidding. They can totally harsh your mellow. So Diva Cup, there's the Diva Cup, there's similar other products like the Keeper, the Lily Cup, and several others. And they're wonderful in a lot of ways. First of all, they're eco-friendly because they're reusable. And for outdoor adventure, they're especially helpful because they can hold quite a bit of volume. So you won't be slowed down when you're out there having fun and you're busy, and when you're away from a restroom for an extended period of time. So Diva Cup and similar products are really helpful to that end. Of course, they also, like any period products, they need to be disposed of responsibly. So you have to get rid of the contents of the Diva Cup the same way that you would get rid of the contents of your stomach in the outdoors. Do you like how tactful and diplomatic I'm trying to be with this? What I'm saying is, when you empty your Diva Cup, you want to follow leave no trace principles. You want to bury it. You want to use the same techniques you would use if you were going poo in the woods. So keep that in mind. Of course, if you don't want to buy a Diva Cup, or you just want to stick with the tampons and the pads that you're used to, that's totally fine. You can still adapt your regular routine to the outdoors. Just keep in mind that used feminine products, I hate that word, used tampons and pads are trash. You have to pack them out. You can't bury them. You can't throw them over a bush like some kind of litter bug. Don't be a litter bug. Pack out your used tampons and pads. Also, keep in mind that they have a smell. So there's this myth that bears can smell your menstruation and somehow sniff you out in the woods to maul you to death or something. Yeah, that's a myth. That's not true. But bears and other animals, when a tampon or pad is off your body, they can smell it then and confuse it with food, which sounds very unappealing and gross to me right now, but it's the truth. So your used tampons and pads have to go into a sealable bag, the same way you would store any scented products or food if you were on a backpacking trip. If you're in bear country, you're going to want to put that bag in a canister or rig it up in a bear bag. And you just want to try to contain the smell once the product is off your body as much as possible. There are some ways you can do this in addition to having them in a sealed bag, including putting dried tea leaves on top of the used product, or crushing aspirin on top of it. I think that takes a certain brazen confidence, personally. I can't imagine just like seasoning my used tampons with some baby aspirin, trying to lower their stroke risk. But hey, if you feel comfortable and confident doing it, go for it. It will certainly cut down on the smell and hopefully minimize the risk of any animals thinking it's food. The last thing I want to mention before we close up this video here is that there are some woman-friendly, woman-run businesses addressing the needs of women in the outdoors. And obviously, if you're a person with a uterus, your period and managing your period while you're out conquering the world is a legit concern. So one of the companies that I think is pretty great is called Animosa, A-N-I-M-O-S-A, and they make a particular product just for periods. It's a little kit. It's attractive. It's a cute little kit. It's easily toteable, and it helps to make your period a little bit more manageable when you're out in the wilderness or in other places where restrooms and other hygiene products aren't available. So check them out, go to their website and see if they might be up your alley. That's about all I got this week. Thanks for the question. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye.